The regret of losing is painful, and if you have an ego on the line, the pain intensifies. The easy solution is to avoid making any decision and taking any trades further. I'll not make any more trades. If you don't take a decision, you won't regret because you will not be wrong. It's giving me losses. As a drawback, you stop trading. And no trade means no transaction, no profit, or no loss. You're out of the market. Are you? What should you do? The effects of harm in the market is powerful. And making a loss on a big trade, it really hurts. It hurts a lot. It's painful. And on top of that, there is a pain of regret. This pain of regret is even more powerful than the actual loss that you have made on the trade. And you know what it does? It often prevents you from making another trade so that you don't make a loss again. We now know trading and losing gives us a pain of regret. But if we have an ego in the line, the pain magnifies itself by a huge amount. What is the reason behind this? The reason is because your self-identity is now on the line. We do everything we can. We carefully analyze a trade, we study a lot, we put all our experience into the trade and then execute it. Now when we take this decision to execute this trade, we are generally satisfied with the decision that we have taken for ourselves on this trade. And if trades after trades after trade, it continues to give us profit, we start validating ourselves as a skilled trader. We try and feel we try to feel that this particular theory, the way we analyzed a stock really helped, and so we can continue doing the same thing in future for all the trades that we take in future. You see what's happening? We have put our self-identity on the line. We made a trade, we made some profits, we made few trades, we made some profits on all those trades, and now we started thinking we are skilled traders. We have put our self-identity in the forefront. The moment you start feeling like this, the moment you start feeling as if you have found a way to analyze a stock and found a way to analyze the market and start investing in it, your feeling and your concentration on the market shifts from being trade-oriented to self-oriented. And you know what, once this starts happening, we generally tend to take the outcome of the market to define ourselves as a skilled or an unskilled trader. If we start making more profits, we try and believe ourselves to be a skilled trader. And if we start making more losses, we say, okay, fine, we need to know more. Now just think if we have gambled and taken a trade and have made a loss. We will not be disappointed as much as we would be disappointed when we do a thorough research and take a trade and then lose on that trade. But if we take a gamble, if we do not do a research, if we just go by the market vibes, if we go by the news and whatever we get to hear from here and there and take a trade and lose, we'll still feel the regret. We will still feel the pain, but we'll not regret as much as we'll do once we do a thorough research and still make a loss or loss-making trade. It won't hurt us as much as it hurts when you do a thorough research and still make a loss. And you know why this happens? This happens only because we did not put our ego on the line. We give an excuse at this point. We say, we have lost this trade because we did not study. It was just a gamble and so I lost it. Your self-esteem, your self-identity was not on the line. You could give a small excuse and move out from this trade, from this bad experience. Probably this is one of the biggest reasons why many people take a trade without proper study and proper analysis. Just to avoid the regret of feeling hurt, to avoid this disturbing emotional pain. They either convert a trade into a gamble or they do not make the trade at all. You see, this is the easiest solution in the market. To not make a trade and not lose, or not to lose in the market, not to lose your capital in the market is the easiest solution that you can think of. But let me tell you, by this approach, by this mindset, you will not be able to make huge profits also from the market. So the right approach is face the regret head on. To do this, you need to prepare yourself to be hurt. You need to study, you need to analyze, and then take a proper, well-informed trade decision. And then when you do a proper research, when you do a proper study, and then take a trade and then lose, face the hurt, face the feeling of hurt, face the regret of the loss that you face in that trade. So one thing is pretty sure, regret is going to haunt you in this market. How will you cope with it? Well, here are some ways you can use this to minimize the regret that you face in the market. Hope it helps you. Regret is not an event, it's an emotion. So whether you make a trade, whether you don't make a trade, whether you make a profit, whether you make a loss, it is going to be there and it will haunt you. So believe that it will be there and it will be there for you. It will be there to give you pain. Accept that it's most likely you would face this as a trader all the time. So acceptance, accepting that you would regret making a trade. This can help you overcome the feeling of regret and minimize the effects by a large margin. You cannot avoid it completely. So take steps to minimize it. Don't exaggerate a potential loss out of a trade. Keep it under control. Making a loss is very, very common in the market. You are bound to make it. When you make a loss, don't go around repenting and make a huge fuss about it. It's quite natural that every trader who has ever been in the market has always, or at least once, he has definitely faced a loss. No one is perfect. Everybody loses in the market. Don't make a huge fuss about it. The more you start thinking on it, the more it'll haunt you deep within. Don't make it look catastrophic or more awful. Learn to control and minimize the losses. Take it positively. Think of your losses as a potential gain so that you get to know what mistakes you have done and you would not repeat the same things in future in the next upcoming trades. Start thinking positively. Tell yourself that, okay, fine, you might have made a loss, but you have probably brought it down to such a smaller level that you have actually prevented a huge loss-making trade. You have actually come out of this trade at the right moment with a small loss in your portfolio. The best way is do not attach any emotions to your trading. Don't impersonate it. Once again, think positively. Think of it as if you have made one loss-making trade. There are so many positive trades waiting for you to come. You can capitalize on any one of them. Do not underestimate your trading skills because you made a loss in one of those trades. One loss-making trade does not define the skills, the maturity that you have in the market. If you know something, you know that thing. Do not let one negative loss-making trade affect your confidence, shake your belief, shake your knowledge, the belief system that you have developed so far in this market. Don't let one negative trade spoil your entire belief system. People say it's my bad luck, it's my bad day in the market and this and that. No, it's just a day in the market. It's just another day in the market. You have made some profits earlier, you now make a loss-making trade. Tomorrow you'll again make a profit. That's it. It's just another day. Do not let that day kill you. And you know what? Why all these things came into picture? It's only because initially you had put your self-worth in front of you while you made the trade. So this is what it is. Do not put your self-worth in the line. Never allow money to control you or your decision. So that's about it. Before I conclude, I'll wrap this up quickly. Any negative outcome in a trade, it's quite natural. It should not shake your belief and kill you from within. Stop putting your self-worth on the line. Don't avoid taking a trade because of the fear of the market, because of the fear of losing. And finally, don't avoid regret. Face it. It will make you more powerful. That's all for today. Till then, SG signing off. Goodbye.